Hello everyone and welcome back to Rogue Trader. In the previous episode we started moving on and we wanted to get back to the system which had that bunker we couldn't explore fully, and we still can't. But in the same system we found Winterscale ships. In Battle was Winterscale's flagship, and the captain of the ship, not the captain of the ship, the helmsman of the ship. Anyway, someone briefed us that Calligos Winterscale is on this planet. He got down here to hunt Xenos, Eldars, to be more specific, and they haven't heard from him about 50 days. And we decided to help. Well, the deal was that even if we find Winterscale dead or alive, the Winterscale family will be in our debt. And now we have an encounter here, and now we are moving on.
I always keep my options open.
Because we are lost as well. The hours of wandering lead the rogue trader to a tall, sprawling tree. Something shiny is stuck in the foliage. Coming closer, the Lord Captain recognizes an obsolete, heavy void suit model grown in between the branches. A heavily damaged skull bears its teeth from behind the murky glass. At least their death was quick.
Everyone knows your presence is poisoning the mind and soul of the rogue trader. One wrong move and I will end your miserable life without question.
There it is. The monkey pride. You think the Elantark would wallow in darkness without you to guide him. But his soul shines so brightly that it will dispel any gloom, and so I do not fear your words.
Oh! Okay, that was bad. I don't know why.
Damage to bulk.
Why not Iriel?
You don't
My
frighten
frail
me!
organics require this.
Join me in prayer. Be strong. Greater trials lie ahead.
Integrity factor increased.
See bright colors again.
Let me tend to your wounds.
House Orselio thanks you.
Okay, she can have a crippled arm. We had some goods here, yeah. That was a lemon rust tank.
Let us know.
Well, we have to choose. Let's go this way. I wonder if we would move back, we would come to the same place. So it is an actual maze. Because I was under the impression that we always find one exit at a time. That the game just show us more and more maps and after we visited like 50, we will find Calligos. This looks a little bit familiar. It's like the guerrilla camp or the rebel camp on Janus. Oh, the Dweller of the Forest.
I always have a backup plan.
At least they are not hostile. These are the Winterscale dynasty's people.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. Keep your wits about you.
A group of lean young people surrounds you. Their anxious glances dart between you and the grey-headed elder who has stepped forward. Unlike the rest, her skin is completely clean of body ornament, same for the two-headed eagle brand on her wrinkled forehead. Speaks with God's foresaw are meeting Starborn. The woman's ancient grates on the ears. Her word sounds like a fusion of High Gothic and the most vulgar tongue of rebel. Welcome to heart of the forest where leads ahead and her tribe have dwelt ever since the rule of Quetzaltemer himself. This ruler ordered her tribe to prepare a feast and a warm shelter for our starborn guests. Please make yourselves at home. Who are you? We are the children of the fiery mother and the pale father who look after us by day and guard us by night. The faithful servants of the two-headed eagle god who shields our lands from misfortune with his wings. We are the ungone forest-dwelling children of the earth and the guardians of the temple of Quetzaltemer, the first starborn to have ever set foot in the virgin soil of this land. The eagle god, you say, is it his brand that is burned in your forehead? Oh yes, the elder nods respectfully. Many seasons have changed since this ruler received the eagle god's blessing and become the leader of this tribe. Only those close to the gods are allowed to bear their brands, and rule is one of them. And this ruler is one of them. These lost souls have forgotten the true image of the god emperor. The only reminder they have is the sacred Aquila. Argenta shakes her head sadly. Calligos Winterscale should worry himself with educating his world, not indulging his craving for hunts. I thought that Quetzaltemer was the name of this place, but you speak of it as it were a figure from the past. The legend of this place claimed that a long time ago, the first among the starborn descended upon this world together with this ruler descents, created the ancient cities and temples, and brought the god of the god eagle onto these forests and lands. The fast-flowing time has erased the starborn's name from the minds of the people. Only his title remains. Quetzaltemer, the first of the chosen, the sky herald, the eagle god, and the father of tribes. The flow of time is truly merciless to the meager memory of peasants. Rossier rattles a weary sight and slightly rolls her eyes. According to the works of the archivist Zachariah Fien III, Sebastian Winterscale was the first to discover this world for the Imperium subjects. And a half-century after, an ark descended upon this planet's surface, the Quetzaltemer. Over hundreds of years, the petty minds of the rebel have invented their own twisted history, one that colonies' descendants still believe to this day. Why do you call me Starborn? Because you are the sky herald of the eagle god, created by him from the stars glow and the night sky darkness. The one who carries his seal in your image, clad in the armor of ancestors' most ancient prophecies. Was my appearance here clandestine? Like you never heard that one before, Lord Captain. Oh yes, speaks with gods, is the priest of this tribe, and this ruler was half-brother. He listens to the forest and calls to the earth worlds of the punishing lashes of the skies, and speaks to the eagle god on behalf of our tribe. Before disappearing in the wandering forest, he told this ruler to prepare for your arrival. What else did Speaks with Gods predict? The Elder's Gaze darkens. Quetzaltemer is enraged by the invasion of the spirits from the darkness that have called a rain of fire and metal upon this world. He demands blood, and blood shall sate the soil. No matter the path chosen by the gods who have come to right the wrong. The spirits from the darkness. But that is how the monkey of this world see my kin. As invaders, a calamity. Iriat lets out a strange sight. But these monkey had not nor tooth nor tail nor nail. They are not even aware of the most basic technology that your kind uses. So then why do my kin burn their words so fiercely? The other recoils in fear after making out the true face of Iriat with her half-blind eyes. The Starborn will accompanied by a spirit to put an end to the misfortunes of this world. Thus spoke the priests. Seeing a spirit among the living is wrong. Spirits should stay in the spirit realm and humans in the realm of the living. You think that several gods have set foot on Quetzaltemer? This ruler has already had the honor to greet a Starborn, as strong as a saber-toothed boar, as nimble as a forest jaguar, and as wise as sweet-tongued guardian snake. Like a whirlwind, he charged into Quetzaltemer's forest, chasing the spirits from the darkness that had descended upon the world 3 10-day moons prior. The Starborn has lost his priest in battle, so he ordered his ruler brother to help him trace the spirit's footsteps and cleanse Quetzaltemer of their filth. But when Speak with the Gods left his home, something enraged the forest. Thus both the Starborn and this ruler's brother were trapped by the ever-changing past and lurking evil spirits. The collected data partially matches and completes the data received from the Emperor's vow. Calligos Winterscale descended upon this world, lost a psyker in the fights with Xenos, and found a replacement in the village at the current coordinates. The powers of my kin may have disturbed the white flora of this world, which the constitute the remnants of the children of Kudarak from the wrath of your rival. That means that they are somewhere in the forest, surviving, hiding, preying one another. Do you know where your brother and the other Starborn are now? The woman shakes her head. The eagle's gods, Sky Herald, wanted to find the den of the spirits from the darkness and destroy it. But the forest of Quetzaltemer is as endless as the skies above. When the sky touches the forest edge, the deadlands begin, the realm of the dead, whence there is no return. Something's calling, it's calling and calling. Idira covers her ears with her palms and forces her eyes shut. There, in the place of no return, sits the shadow of one who is both alive and dead at once. The voices are calling me there, calling so badly. But why? Why? The other looks at Irida with genuine reverence, nodding slightly after every word, her mouth half open. This ruler's brother did warn that a priestess from the stars would descend upon this ruler's land in her search for answers. Just as he said she would wish to head down to the path of death to find reincarnation. How do you even survive in the forests? Speaks with Gods, hears the whispers of the foliage and can commune with tree spirits. The entire tribe participated in his soothing rituals, and that allows this ruler and her people to tread on safe paths. And how exactly do we conduct the soothing ritual? The ritual requires a site imbued with the power of Quetzaltemer, the heart of our village, and the priest to perform it. Ruefully, the fire rain claimed many of this ruler's priests, and thus this ruler's tribe can only pray for the mercy of the eagle god and his star-born sky heralds. Don't even look at me, Lord Captain. I don't know the first thing about this priestly grogswash. It doesn't take a diviner to realize that I would fry my brains if I tried to mess with someone's ritual, and that would be the best outcome. The worst outcome would be me frying everybody else's brains. Doesn't sound too promising, does it? Nevertheless, this ruler knows that you will bring speaks with God's home and soothe the forest of Quetzaltemer. The prophecies of the priestess have never betrayed our tribe before, and thus this ruler asks you to forget about your worries and rest here in the heart of the forest. Let's rest. Maybe that will lead somewhere. Then I wish to rest. It is an honor for the ruler strive to serve you, O Starborn. Follow the path of the light and you will find your shelter, food and water. And decide that is the time to follow the priest and your Starborn king. This tribe will pray to the God Eagle himself for your success.
I always keep my options open.
The Children of Quetzaltemer Chronicles. Analysis of the canvases made from wood bast fiber show that the Chronicles has been recorded for at least 500 years. The older chronicles tell of a bleak historical period of the tribe's decline due to an unknown virus. The symbols on the canvas resembles high Gothic letters, but the inhabitants do not know the origin of their meaning, claiming that the sacred knowledge was bestowed upon them by Quetzaltemer himself. This character, revered as a god, obviously originates from the Imperium that we know. His exact name either lost or adopted in accordance to the local phonetics. The only other scared symbol the tribe reserves is the Aquila, the two-headed eagle god. A group of the most interesting canvases depicting tragic yet heroic deeds was confiscated and taken on board for further investigation. Many of the words made up from the scrambled Gothic symbols were easy to decipher, such as Benish, sacrifice, valley, or land, lands, as well as death, incomprehensible and merciful. This part most likely talks about some sort of sacrificial pilgrimage. A priest has confirmed my theory, and any tribesmen who have committed an offense can atone by sacrificium, a journey to the Deadlands full of unknown deaths. The adepts that I have sent to investigate the Deadlands have not returned yet.
Is there money to be made?
Wires banged with vines run through the inside of this cogitator. Its wooden compartment somehow support its rusted gears and prevent the mechanism from shutting down completely. Let's explore this site. Maybe we can find more answers or some goods. No, we don't want to
Always
do that.
keep your eye on the prize.
This is it. We can. No, that's just decoration. Okay.
Rise to the top,
Come
or
from
get left in
here.
the dust.
Yeah, we have been there. Okay, then let's talk to the old lady again. We can.
I always have a backup plan.
Let's move forward. And now I understand this loading screen. The rogue trader requires rest, and soon he finds a suitable spot for a camp. A meadow with a few fruit trees. A creature with an elegant body and a large blunt claws leisurely comes down from one of the trees. Its muzzle is red as if stained with blood, but it turns out to be merely the juices of the fruits from the nearby trees. The fruits have a peculiar taste reminiscent of baked grouse meat with sweet and sour sauce.
That's how it's done.
The vicinity of the carefully erected place where she I recognize the presence of dormant mechanism, anomaly in unknown rates that the machines could sleep establishment. So we can
Watch your
find
steps. Let us see what I found.
what's that? Oh, I see. But nothing is here. Decade darker the remains rest amid the forest of Western, along with this world's sorrowful past. Let's go this way. Halfway through the day, the rogue trader discovers a new wonder of Quetzaltemer's forest, a spacious land overgrown with reddish-brown grass, covered in sickening yellow bristles. No other plant can be seen among the red blades of grass. The answer to this mystery may have something to do with the pale spider-like insects crawling in the bottom side of the blades. Judging by the traces of blood, the Xenos attacked the camp from high ground, reluctant to get close. Good stench of decaying flesh comes from those enforcer bodies that haven't been torn apart by local wildlife.
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure.
I thought we have a headgear for check use.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Tempestus Scrapis Elite Back. When the wearer's weapon has 4 or less base rate of fire, the weapon's rate of fire is increased by, and this recoil is doubled. With 5 or more base rate of fire, it cancels the weight of the base. Not bad.
I always keep my options open.
No, wait. We want to put back the ring.
Is there money to be made?
Pay attention. I better myself
The
through my
gardeners' bodies have
surface.
been savaged and gnawed by local wildlife. They likely couldn't leave the area because of the moving forest. Wait, there's the guardian there. I wonder
Let us not
if we
dawdle.
going there, will we be going back in the same place? Quite a few hours pass until something eye-catching finally shows up amid the thick of a thicket. A pile of charred human bodies laying in a shallow pit in front of it like a standing stone. A broken fire cultivator with melted nozzles is stuck in the ground. Other corpses can be seen in the grass nearby, just as an old, charred but distinctly non-human. Scattered alongside those are Xeno weapons covered in dirt. Some of the weaponry appears to be in working shape, so it's still possible to get some use out of it. Yeah, this is the same. This is the same place. Oh, there's a lot of woods up there. Calligos Winterscale set up a camp on the remains of an ancient military emplacement.
I have failed my kin.
Camp was routed. Was it the fury of my kin's people that fought monsters from among the monkey only to become different from monsters themselves?
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, so the other rogue trader was here.
Keep your wits about you.
Let's continue and... Okay. Already read that. Warton the Grey. Don't sit your axe yet, my lord. More game rear their heads, eager to lose them. The pile of muscle next to the laughing road trader menacingly rolls its shoulders. You recognize the hulking man as Warton the Grey, archmilitant to Calligos Winterscale, who accompanied his master on your Magni Attessio. Calligos briskly turns on his heels. The blade of his power axe shines threateningly in the sun. Covered in flesh, but upon seeing you, he breaks into a bloodthirsty grin. You repeat yourself, Xeno scum. Do you really believe that I will fall for your trick twice? Oh, Starborn, graciously allow this priest to speak. The one before you is not. Silence! Calligos barks at the old man, his eyes blinded by blood and rage. I did not feed you to the forest bastards for a single reason. You may still be of use. If you don't want to die with these Xenos, shut your mouth. Calligos, look at me before you stand Thrakan von Valancius. But of course, and before you stand the God Emperor of mankind. As Calligos bared his teeth ominously, the old man quickly starts whispering something into a strange, she-shell-like adornment of his. Brown sparks flash in Calligos' hair, and a cloud of steam suddenly bursts from your mouth. Loathsome old twig. Calligos angrily shakes his head, trying to throw off the psycho spell. When your gaze meet again, a recognition dawns on his face. What a surprise! New blood! What an encounter! What the void are you doing on my world? Your servants tearfully begged me to return you to your void ship. I magnanimously agreed. Winterscale contemptuously spits blood through his cutlet. Useless voidborn freaks. When I return, I tear their legs off for doubting my strength, and their heads for not being able to deal with their problems themselves. Who said I want to return to the void ship? I still haven't met a worthy adversary on one who would grab me by the throat in a death grip. The hunt is not over yet, Rakan. Wildfire ignites in Calligos says, "You know your lordship from balances, why don't you join the revelry? The forests here are teeming with Xenos busters. I'm not greedy, there are enough trophies for us both." Well, let's try this. On your first meeting on Dargonus, Calligos Winterscale appeared before you in a much more favorable light. Brilliant, collected, steadfast. Now his hair is tangled, blood and dirt cover both his face and hands, and his armor had been tarnished by the humidity of Persoterra's forest. Instead of a dazzling smile, the Rogue Trader's face is darkened by sinister grimace. Let's inspect his retinue. The thin old man looks on with trusting violet eyes, and you notice silver sparks glimmering within. His thin body shivers from the slightest gust of wind, yet you can still sense the power contained in his elderly frame. He nods with a meek smile. Morten the Grey has not changed much since your last meeting. Still the same brute of a man with bloodshot eyes and a dull expression on his face. However, unlike Calligos' other servants, the Archmilitant does not look exhausted, and neither does Calligos. Both are filled with rage and thirst for battle, as if the hunt had only just begun. I should like to ask a few questions about your presence on quests at Temar. Really, and I should like the tenderest sea serpent peak and the bottle of Calixiana Masek. What misery! For 10 moons already I am forced to eat beast, roots and insect larvae. Calligos grows ruthlessly. Save your questions for later, Takan. I am not talkative when hungry. Let's find a way to the old man's village, and then I'll give you your audience. Okay, let's not pitch this idea to him just now. First, let us return to the village and calm the raging jungle. Not what are you waiting for, new blood? I wandered this forest for 30 nights and did not find a way back. We'll see if you bring us better luck. Move out. This turned out to be a powerful. He must be escorted back to his home settlement so that he may perform the ritual. Well, then this is the way. Hopefully. Halfway through the day, the road trader discovers a new wonder of Temar's forest. Spacious, we already grabbed that one.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
The forest high class for an entire day. In the golden rays of dust, the road trader sees a small hill crowned with an aquila, a double-headed eagle totem made from plasteel and rocky parts from an ancient ship. The foot of the hill provides a much less scenic view, however. The soil is stained brown from all the flesh smelled upon it, contrasted only by the white speckles of bone shards mixed into the dried up bloody mass. Is made with a ranged weapon increases their melee weapon critical damage.
I sense something nearby.
Is there money to be made?
Damn.
Do you require...
When the faithful are idle.
I must. Thank you.
This looks like...
Didn't even flinch.
What the hell?
I failed.
Flesh is weak.
The tattooed mummy lies in the cell of Foes, dressed in a bizarre fur attire with an aquila burned into his forehead. Or... Okay, something is not good
I
here,
always
so
have a
let's
backup plan.
get the hell out of here. Because we're starting to collect too many injuries. Rotator requires rest and soon finds a suitable spot. Okay, we have been here before, and this would be the way back to the village. But I think we have to find our own way. Yep, we have already have been here. Yeah, this is also familiar. We went on
Always
that
keep
route.
your eye on the prize.
If I remember correctly. That should lead us into the village. Maybe it's true because it's loading a little bit longer. The forest is alive with the constant rustling of the thick leaves and the creaking of wood. It is as if the trees themselves are walking around like lumbering, limping people. But surely it is just a trick of the eye. Plants cannot walk, can they? I think we are in the jungle version of Tanit. What? Lachlan has sprung up in the second block. The way to the trail is gone.
I always keep my options open.
Okay, I like what the developers did here.
Let us not dawdle.
So we have to choose another route. Can go
Rise
this
to
way.
the top or get left in the dust.
And the funny thing, you cannot do this in an open world game. Because that would be incredibly frustrating. Oh! This is the only way back.
Is there money to be made?
Okay, we have a few more options. Now we are indeed lost in the jungle. And I wonder if when we return to the village, in the shade of the tallest trees in this area of the forest, the road leader spots tall mushrooms coming up to his waist. Strands of sponge-like tissue are hanging from under their pale lilac caps, almost reaching to the ground. As soon as the road leader approaches one of the mushrooms, the strands draw in, the cup rolls up, and the mushrooms spews out a cloud of reddish spores. Perhaps it would be wiser to give this place a wide berth. I agree. But we have been here.
Keep your wits about you.
You know, this is a new place.
I always have a backup plan.
The irresistible sweet. Okay. Damn it.
Let us not dawdle.
Oh. I can try these places. Okay. Oh, and we cannot go back from here. That normal thing was talking to me. It's weird, kind of. So it's weird, kind of creepy, but it's harmless enough. I'm very curious. Maybe this way. I think the game, as it cuts off the routes, it will guide us back to the village. However, I'm surprised that we haven't run into some ambush. Of course, we have another rogue trader and he is working with us. Okay, now we're back. Finally. Everything happened just like Speak with God's Force, so the Starmen are back, and with them our... Enough of your bleating old hag. I already told you that your dialect ticks me off so much, it makes me want to cut your tongue off. Calligos waves the woman away and bores his eyes into Speaks with God. I'm sick and tired of aimlessly trudging through the woods, old man. I'm a hunter, and without prey I turn into quite a beast. Humbly covering his eyes, the priest nods slightly. Speaks with God is ready to conduct the ritual, O Starborn. The heart of the forest is calling out to me. So let this priest serve his God, not with word, but with deed, but in deed. It is done. This good-for-nothing psycho ended up being useful for once. Winterscale looks around the settlement with a bored expression. I intend to have a good night's sleep and enjoy the local delicacies. One good thing about Questa Temer is that the fruits are sweeter than Calixan honey and more tender than the meat of a young grouse. You should get some rest as well, Fakan, and remember, it is better to go hunting when you are full of vigor, yet slightly hungry. The hunger adds activity, makes the killing more intoxicating, you know? Let me know when you are ready to depart, or if you decide to share a few stories, then come to the bonfire. It's not often that two rock traders can indulge in confidences away from prying eyes. Winterscale sardonically clicks his tongue and nonchalantly salutes you goodbye. And we have leveled up. Let's take care of that first. Mercifully, the grim darkness of the far future is not an easy task to thrive in it, next to impossible one, but some managed to go beyond and became exemplars. Not only do exemplars possess extraordinary knowledge in their given archetypes, but they have also reached the pinnacle of mastery, transcending it can truly be possible. Special ability and talents from previous archetypes, new exploits. Tough as steel. Flesh wounds. So the character's turn, they restore 10% of their maximum wounds. Oh wow, full attention. I guess that considered the character of a target. As long as the character wears light armor, their dodge is increased by half of the armor bonus of that armor. Whenever the character is attacked by an enemy that gains momentum equal to the difficulty tier of the attacking creature. Wow! Wow! Psychic Awakening. Character becomes an unsentient psycho and gains +1 C rating. Noita, the character gains bonus to armor, armor penetration, dodge with 2+ in the bonus. Character gains +5 this boost doubled when they have against as long as they have no ranged weapons. Okay, I like these flesh wounds. Panic of weapon. The first attack in combat with an plasma is additional damage. Passive learning. On the first turn in combat, the operative randomly distributes the same number of exploits as when using analyze enemies among all enemies in the 10 radius of the operative. Informed hit. The operative uses precise attack on a target affected by or more exploits and scores a hit. That hit becomes a critical hit. Sharpshooter. The operative has not moved this turn. They gain percent bonus ballistic skill damage for every 5 steps between them and the target. But looks like we already have these. Flesh wounds. I think I buy everybody the flesh wounds. Muzzle velocity. I see. We can choose more talents from both or archetypes. The first hit of each burst attack deals additional damage equal to the weapon's current rate of fire. The Emperor protects. Devotee gains bonus chance to ignore any enemy attack. That ability suits her greatly. Flesh wounds and Guide of Excellence. When the operative triggers an exploit on an enemy, the operative gains +1 damage and armor penetration until the end of the combat. I like that. Guide of Excellence. Offensive auto protection. The operative suffers less damage when enemy is affected by exploits. Combat Insight. The operative's perception bonus is 10 or higher. They gain +1 AP and ignore enemy's deflection. Oh, we need to raise her perception to 100. Flesh wound, of course. Edge of Fate. At the beginning of every combat, the psychorized gain equal hit chance of first point moves. Flawless spawn. Every 9 successful dodging or recorded by the psycho and their allies combined grants a special Mind Siege. Enemies that have failed deep critical attack as only of this particular play, but they suffer additional mental every time they suffer mental damage until the end of the combat. Not yet. We already have that. Blade of Light. Force weapon attacks. The first time in combat that an ally becomes the target of the Psyker Speaks power, this ally gains +1 weapon until the end of the combat. I like that. Flesh wounds. Whenever an ally starts a turn, including any extra turn adjacent to the officer, that ally gains additional movement point. The allies of the officer abilities gain bonus to all resistance tests. Whenever a hero effect is used, now focus. When the officer uses an ability on an ally, that ally gains a bonus to their perception and ballistics will equal to the fellowship bonus. This bonus is stacked, but half of the stacks rounded up are lost at the end of the target's turn. I like that. A nice walk was that. A nice walk that was, wasn't it, Reckon? Sure, you helped us navigate the living forest watches, but don't let it go to your head. I would have managed myself sooner or later. Winterscale Checkerson repeats. Sooner or later. I have some questions to ask of you. One day you too will grow sick of all the talking, and then you too will choose shooting Xenos and white planet over endless intrigues. Cheerful notes ring in Calligos' voice. Fine, we have plenty of time, so be it. I will give you a private audience. If dear Corda knew how close-knit we were grown, she would have surely branded us conspirators. Let us discuss the Eldar problem. You care about them that much, new blood. Calligos believes in this day. Go ahead then, try to convince me that why Xenos can deserve the mercy of Calligos Winterscale. But remember, you only get to try once. If you were to agree, you would have a rogue trader and the head of a powerful dynasty indebted to you. But I like this better, because this would make us indebted to him. But we can use that promise to basically solve the situation. Herbert Abdaev made a promise that your dynasty would fulfill any request for me if I were to lead you out of the forest of Quetzalcoatl. Winterscale expression hardened. Consider my idiot voidborn nephew dead. Besides, you haven't led me out of the forest yet, you've only brought us into its heart. I still have time to kill all of your precious Xenos before I become formally indebted to you. Don't think that you can outsmart me at such games, new blood. You've been a rogue trader for barely any time compared to me, the old guard. Calligos coughs acidly. If that was your argument for the Xenos, alas, you have miscalculated, Rakan, and I do not wish to discuss this any further. Iliad presses her lips into a thin line. Alas, Elenta, you cannot control the thoughts of this monkey, just as you cannot make a river flow backwards. Birds cannot always move the mountains and dry the seas. Sometimes only blades can. The archmilitant, previously indifferent to his master words, raises his head. His burning, curious gaze fixes on Iriel. I heard that you have decided to oppose both the Lord Inquisitor and the Kuroda dynasty. Avoid Kraken may eat them both for all I care. Winterscale makes a wry face and clenches his fist in anger. Acting as if their war on heresy in the expanse is just starting. I've been living it for decades, and I don't need an Inquisitor preacher, and I certainly don't need insidious goodwill. You just need a little more time. Winterscale's gaze dulls. The thrill of the hunt is unfamiliar concept to you, I see. We can't speak with Iriel. I wonder what to do. Speak with gods welcome you, Starborn. The violet eyes are reverently trained on you. How can speak with the gods help you this time? Did the ritual truly make the forest safe? The priest nods affirmative. The spirits from the darkness brought the fire rain down on Quetzalcoatl, killing many of the tribes who had cared for the forest, both young and ancient. This blasphemy enraged the guardian spirits, but as soon as this servant of the wind, rain, and sand suited them with the ritual sacrifices and divine sorcery, they red gave way to mercy. Okay, that's enough about that. Old man nods obediently. Tell me, how did you and Winterscale survive all this time? The Starborn who carries the seal of Quetzalcoatl's descendants is strong in both body and will, as befits a god. This servant, like the rest of the entourage, had grown weak at just the seventh night of our journey. But the Starman continued to lead us fearlessly, pressing forward to seek out the spirits from the darkness, even among the twisted paths and passing the sky's judgment. This servant of the grass followers and trees regrets only the imminent death of the Starman's companion, the one you called the Seneschal. He quarreled with the iron-clad guardian, and his words enraged the Starborn. And thus he slashed the unfortunate man's body up with his axe, and threw the remains to the wild animals of Quetzalcoatl for them to feast on. Do you mean to say that Winterscale killed his Seneschal? This servant saw everything with his own two eyes. The old man pauses in hesitation and continues. It is not proper, perhaps, for a mere speck of dirt under the heels of the sky herald of the two-headed eagle god to muse upon the deed. However, this servant did sense with his entire being the rage that possessed the Starborn at that moment, and the iron-clad guardian reveled in his god's wrath. May the two-headed eagle god shelter you under his wing, O Sky Herald. Can we talk with Warten the Great? No, we can't. Then we have to talk with Calligos. Yeah. It's time to look for the Eldar. It's about time indeed, Trakan. Calligos gives you a friendly pat on the shoulder and summons his retinue with a gesture. It may take a while to find their trail, but Warten here has a keen eye and his sense of smell can rival any old dog. We will do just fine, especially with the forest being on our side now. Let's go and try not to fall behind. I wonder if we have to kill Winterscale. Well, if we play the political game, if we bring back his dead body, then his dynasty is in debt to us. Also, he's acting against another rogue trader and the Lord Inquisitor himself. Speaking of Inquisition, I think we have to choose who to fight with. A stately Eldar warrior steps forward, calmly looking at the intruders. His armor and his adornments gleam in the sun despite the traces of dried mud and caked blood. The Farseers instructed me to send you away, Monkey. The smooth voice of the Xenos sounds out of place in the rough wilderness of Quest of the Mare. However, I recently spotted meekly heeding their counsel, and besides, there is my sister among you. I am curious what the outcast message is. Well, vain rhetoric, a masterful display. Your temper, brother mine, you ought to quell. Bravado has no place within this play. Indeed, the Americans provide this all too well. This actor excellent who did alight upon the stage now will this piece complete by choosing a final opposite, who shall survive and who their doom shall meet. Nocturne of Oblivion's mournful ormast avidly tracks your face. I do not know about you, Takan, but these Xenos bastards are giving me the creeps. Calligos shifts his excited gaze from the Eldar warrior to the solitaire and back. This one in the depth, moutly, I want to kill him right now. Warten the Grey bares his teeth in anticipation and touches the hilt of his swords. Let's examine the camp. The Xenos made their camp among the ruins of an ancient city of the Imperium. Only the alien growth of the Xenotech and the wreckage of the Eldar ship disturbed the peace of centuries-old devastation and rebirth. Well, I hope we don't have to fight with the Harlequin. Despite the demonstrative ease, the most Xenos are pushing themselves to their limit. They are exhausted, nervous, and frightened, even if they hide it well. This may have eluded your companions, but not you. I'm sure Irialt is also aware of that. Nocturne of Oblivion, it has certainly been a while. What are you doing here? The solitaire bros theatrically. That's not the current pronounce of the word, but it is what it is. With embers glowing cuddled in my two hands, I bear them through the deluge of the heart to the heart. The Harlequin's metaphor implies he has been accompanying the survivor Eldar for a while now. It is not clear to you what heart he is talking about, but perhaps he managed to find them a new home. Let's try this one. You invaded this world and I want to know why. I'm here to resolve this conflict peacefully. They may... Oh! Damn, there are rangers around. I don't want to fight with rangers. I'm here to resolve this conflict peacefully. A tapestry complex is peace, and one that many threats demands for warp and weft. For this design, three wheels together span its greed will set in hands of weaver death. The gruesome scar of past distrust bewailed, with complex subtle goals shall now be wielded. And I do not. A glorious chase must end in a glorious battle, and I like these Xenos. I will put the horned one's head above the hollow fireplace, and as of the shiny one, I just chop his ugly mug into bits. Do you see? The warrior addresses the solitaire standing next to him. All monkey are the same. Wild, foolish, avaricious, empty shells. There is nothing interesting about them. True enmity unerring blinds two kinds. Youth fierce and ravenous with seething blood, and old who refuge find in arrogance. But past revolutions who they cannot see, the single path that both of them unites. Will two fall into step and dance as one, the laugh of jest unending knows alone. Okay, let's go on this route. Your ships are destroyed, Kodrak is lost, and so are the Farseers. You sacrificed everything to attack this world. Why? The warrior sighs tightly. We did not attack this world, Monkey. The last of Kudorak's children assembled once more to scour the masters of flesh, tearing us from the memory of the universe. The homunculus who abducted and tortured the Farseers from our craft, we learned that he is hiding in this world, but something prevents our Farseer from discovering his lair, and so we were forced to act decisively. The Komorag Master of Flesh is here. Iliad ignores the weird confession and inhales angrily, doing her best to remain calm. We must destroy him. And that would be a great prey for Winterscale, a far, far greater than these guys. This is what we are here for, Outcast. Stretch out your hand, grasp a spear of vengeance together with us, and plunge it into the dark heart of the Architect of Torment. You can purging an entire world. You call purging an entire world a decisive action. Or Farseers, those whom we managed to save, could not name the exact location of the Flesh Sculptor. Even after our ships have circled the world for the third time, something prevented them from seeing the truth. Something powerful. We knew your patrols would soon discover our presence, and so we decided to do something else. To exterminate the homunculus alongside the world he had chosen as his refuge. The Eldar shrugs vaguely. The Monkey are flooding the galaxy at the speed of a meteor shower, and this world will repopulate eventually. Is a single world not worth eliminating a powerful enemy who threatens hundreds of such worlds, both yours and those of my kin? Winterscale meaningfully raises an eyebrow, and you still deem him worthy of conversation. Hey, I'm still speaking with you, so let's address Iliad. Iliad gaze wanders from Calligos to the Solitar, from the Solitar to the Eldar warrior and back again. An outcast among her kin and strangers alike, a sorrowful burden that not all can bear. Do you still think your kin is worth saving? I never adopted it, Elentak. To you, the deeds of my kin may appear cruel or even criminal, but spending enough time among the Monkey granted me clarity of vision. Sometimes you treat your own kind even worse in pursuit of base goals or personal gain. Iliad proudly squares her shoulders. Well, she's not wrong about that. The homunculus is a threat to both our species and attack. You know well what his dark heart and perverted mind are capable of. Tervantitas must be destroyed, and my kinsman took on the role of the vengeful blade. Let's address the Eldar. The warrior stands motionless, only occasionally casting a worried glance at the Solitar. Let's examine the camp. A tense silence pervades the ruins, and only the winds disturb the stillness, rustling in the centuries-old canopy. Tell me about the homunculus. Where is he? I will not say a word until you let my kin depart from this world. The warrior squares his shoulders, but whether out of fatigue or to make his words more impactful, it's hard to say. I presume there is no avoiding the confrontation. We were reluctant to shed blood on the ground to begin with, but your companion decided otherwise. He shot down our vessel, chased us into the woods, harried and hounded the survivors. The Eldar's eye gleamed in the sunlight. And I will finish what I started, Winterscale glares impatiently. However, should you turn back and leave the camp and then do not impede our departure, I swear not a single monkey will come to harm on this planet, in any of your words. I do not believe a single word, Xenos. Should we go over the other options? You lost your word and are now depriving the others of theirs out of vengeance. Why do you think you are different? How dare you compare a dragon to a lizard? Starlight to the dim glow of a guttering candle. There is fury in the Eldar's eyes, as well as doubt. Make no mistake about your inferior species. A single child of Asturian is worth thousands of your kind. Let's address Calligos. The boar Calligos Winterscale is gone without a trace. The rogue trader is closely studying the potential battlefield with his enemies and the heads of future foe, please. Calligos, you should not kill the Eldar. What? Why? Taken aback by your statement, Winterscale lowers his power axe for a moment. Look at yourself, Calligos. You are becoming a monster whose only desire is to kill. Stop tugging at my conscience, Draken. You sound wild-like insidia from my nightmares made flesh to ruin the mood. Calligos grimaces in frustration. Your words seem to not have angered but upset him. I need to know more about the homunculus. I could not care less about your interest, Rakan. You know what I have been scouring for these cursed woods for 30 days and nights. Don't you dare ruin my fun. Calligos speaks calmly and almost quietly, which makes his words sound even more ominous. Okay, but if Calligos killed these guys, then we can't find the homunculus. If we kill Winterscale, he still have a son who we saved once, and now his dynasty will be indebted to us. Let's make that play. I think I can strike a deal with the Xenos. With you, not so much. The other cast confused glances at their champion. A temporary alliance? So be it. The children of the Asurian fight with the fury of Calligos Cain. I knew you were a rotten at the core new blood. I am not surprised. Calligos snarls like a wild beast. The more trophies, the better. Blood for the rogue trader's throne. Trader, I'm going to bash your rotten brains out, wash myself in Montbalance's skulls for the rogue traders. Oh, blood god, accept this sacrifice. Cruise for the school throne. Yeah, they are corn believers.
Your heresy ends here.
You asked for it!
Let's move back with our sharpshooters. Yeah, and we didn't succeed on a test. A medical test. And that blood thingy, yeah, I'm not that surprised about this.
I understand your intent. No weakness is hidden from my sight. If I must.
Oh, but the solitaire is on our side.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature.
You know what? Winterscale. You are my prey. I never really liked the
Who,
guy,
if
to
not
be
me?
honest.
It's as good as done. On it. I'll see to it personally. Who, if not me?
My purpose.
Okay.
Guides my hand.
On it.
Can move. Let's use the free attack.
But of course.
That wasn't much.
Will do.
Request approved. My vow is to serve. I venerate you, machine spirit.
Why does Calligos have a female voice?
Thwart my purpose. You will pay dearly for your actions.
Oh no.
A pitiful attempt.
Okay, keep dodging, keep dodging.
Heal my wounds. High momentum.
I'll paint your death in colors.
Push him aside. And now start punishing Warten the Grey, because he's your prey.
Request approved. The Old Messiah. Running binary combat is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable. I venerate you, machine spirit. My vow is vulnerability analysis successful. The scriptural truth. My competences are not that universal. Request approved.
Was that you? Or...
Me. If you insist, Lord Captain.
I'll do it.
Let's make them attack each other. Well, it didn't work.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. I have read tomes of military tactics.
Oh damn, we don't have the melt gun. We forget to switch. Alright. Let's make a single shot.
Faith without deep. This is why I was chosen.
Then we can run and gun. And we can move
God
here.
Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Ah yes, the problem is that she will shoot through him.
If it serves your cause. Another Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Okay, and
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
let's put an
I
opening.
understand your intent.
And now,
My heart sings with the thrill of battle.
nice. That would hit the Harlequin as well, and I don't want that to happen, so we
I
move
move
there.
as if unseen.
I am ready for whatever comes. It's as good as done.
We still can't kill him.
I'll make it happen. The best defense is a good offense.
High momentum.
Iliad brushes a strand of fiery hair from her forehead and nods appreciatively. I know how difficult it is to go against the will of your kin, and yet I cannot hide my joy that we both lived through this moment and came up with a tale to tell. You always come to the rescue of my people, Alantak. I wish I could realize your true motives. Maybe it is the impulsiveness of your species, or it is a personal anomaly that has affected your agile mind. However, I dare not complain, for my kin in the hour of triumph has arrived at last. Once the master of the flesh is no more, we can go to the edge of the stellar expanse, away from the gaze of the monkey, and peacefully wait for the arrival of our allies from distant stars. What are you talking about? Sharin K. Iliad stares intensely into the eyes of the other warrior, but his gaze remains steady and calm. What came from the distant stars? Outcast Iliad, I have some good news for you. Our forces managed to contact the children of the Craftworth Alaitok, and soon your fellow outcasts will visit the part of the galaxy called the Expanse by the Monkey. They will take us away, give us new home, and Shariankel keeps his gaze on you, wondering if he should continue. Is that what an adherent of the path of the warrior wishes to tell me? Were these words meant to comfort my heart? Iliad's words ring with contempt and desperation. O Asuryman, your children once again seek to appease their pride by sending their kin to the Monkeyverse for slaughter. The Farseer's mistakes Doom Kudarak you, and their excessive cruelty and thirst for vengeance almost ruined those of us who managed to survive against all odds inside the void between the alien stars. You know it is just as well as I do, but you keep doing their bidding. Oh, Sharon K. You could take the Web Brigade and go away from the dangers and tribulations of the Expanse. But you have chosen to stay here instead. You are dying. You are feuding with the monkey. Have the children of the Assyrian split? Not enough blood. Have been losing or home? Not enough. Why do you wish to expose even more of your kind to mortal peril. Sharin Kale's iron will falter under Iriel's relentless pressure. It is too late to change anything. The deed is done. The will is honored. The outcast from Alaitok will come to the local stars, and we will live alongside them, sister. I did not sign up for yet another war against the Xenos in the Expanse. Recall your kinsman. Farseers paid an insurmountable price to contact the crafters located billions of stars away from here. Many of them perished to give the survivors an opportunity to be rescued, and I will not jeopardize the lives of those who yet remain. Are you saying there's another Eldar craft world heading into the Expanse? May Asurian save us from this woe. Shuriken folds his arms on his chest in a graceful gesture, but the horror is obvious on his face. No, I will not allow another world to perish at the hands of the monkey, even if this means forsaking my soul. And I am not going to reveal all the secrets of my kind to you, Mon Alentak. But you have helped us in the hour of need, but I trusted you at the outcast's behest. But I will say this, the warrior of Alaitok will arrive at your stars. This is an unalterable truth. Iriel, the plan of your kinsman is insane. Convince them to relent before it's too late. I will take the warriors of Alaitok many years to discover the webway gate capable. It will take the many years to discover the webway gate capable of bringing their strike force into the Expanse. Perhaps you will be too old by then, and on your deathbed you will hear the tidings of the children of the Asurin coming to exact their vengeance. For some reason your words bring a faint smile on Iriel's lips. Worry not, Alentak, it is my turn to rescue you and your people. Rescue me? How? Like a forgotten shadow, the solitaire steps into the light and leans forward with interest. A spectator watching the culmination of an exciting performance. During the exile, I met many companions who temporarily joined me in my endless travels. Iriel closes her eyes. One such companion was a fellow outcast who had already completed many paths. It was he who told me about the ritual of unity, an exciting opportunity for one spirit to reach out and touch the infinity circuit of the craftworld familiar to the Farseers who perform it. Shairan Keld said that the Kudorax Farseer had already contacted Alaitok. This means I can too. Has the darkness of space driven you mad during the exile, sister? Shairan Kale recalls familiars as if from the scorching flame. Not even the ones walking the path of the seer with all their power is joining the souls of the ancestor inside the circuit. They are wise and know that the ritual is perilous for the soul. Your chances of success are simply negligible. You will die before you achieve anything, and even if you would not, ask yourself fairly, why should the ancestor listen to a simple outcast? Like you said, Alaitok is a word of my fellow outcasts. They are not going to hurt me on purpose, and this is giving wings to my hope. Look me in the eye. Why do you have to write down that name so many times? Do you wish to end the suffering of our kinsman? I can see the reply in your heart. You must accept it and help me. Trulia's words are addressed to her kin. She is watching your reaction closely. The Expanse has had it rough lately. We don't need trouble with the Eldar either now or in the future. Unless the warriors of the Alaitoc arrive in this part of the galaxy, the sons of and daughters of Kudarak are going to perish among the words of the monkey. Is this the fate you wish for us? We will have to find another way. I understand that it is not easy for those who have lived all their lives sheltered within a craft world to accept that sometimes life leads us down different paths, but the path that you and the Farseers have chosen only leads to more pain. Well, that's a nice thing to say and almost very, very heretical. And our other companions are here. Iliad, I object to this ritual if it's your life that is at stake. I am sorry, Antak, but it is not up to you to shape my destiny, not this time. I did everything I could, Sharinkia, you know what you should do. The solitaire does not intervene but shifts his gaze to Sharinkia as if expecting to hear the last line of the play before the curtain falls. May Asurian forgive his children. Sharinkia signs and gestures to a few of his warriors. Fetch the Farseers, tell them the outcast wishes to perform the ritual. We will wait for them here. Iliad is on her knees, clinging to the spirit stone like a lifeline with both her hands. Her eyes are dim, her breath is uneven, and her body is trembling. The rite has definitely gone awry. The problem, we don't know what's happening. We shouldn't do that. Let's wait for a bit. She is strong. Yes, body keeps struggling in pain, but her face is inscrutable. Her thin lips are whispering something in their Eldar language. Her hands relentlessly forming ornate gestures. What is happening? The rite of the bonding is dangerous and the outcast knew the price. I do not know what she sees, hears and fears. But there is one truth. The outcast soul is impure and the Alatoic ancestors have noticed this. Most likely the outcast will go through the rite of rebirth or perish. Well, she said we have no control over her destiny. So fingers crossed. Wait for the rite to be completed. I fear if we interfere, that would also kill her. I think that would kill her more surely if we do not. So let's wait for the ritual to be completed. Several minutes pass before Iliad shudders and falls silent. Her arms hang limply at her sides, her gaze is turned toward the sky, and on her trembling lips appears the shadow of a smile. Welcome back to our world, child. Do you remember what happened? Do you know what will be? Iliad slowly comes to awareness, turns her head and looks into your eyes. I spoke with them, monkey. Strange, subtle changes in her emerald eyes make your heart sink. Inexplicably, anxiety crawls up your spine to whisper in your ear, something is wrong, something is missing. Yeah, she called us Monkey, and not Elentar. Are you alright? You look different somehow. Tyria shrugs, looking surprised. I do not think it is so, Monkey. I spoke with the source of Alatoric's ancestor. I remember a bright glow and the hundreds of observant gazes piercing my soul. And then, I do not remember anything, I just woke up. You have started calling me Monkey again. Why? Because you are one of them, Mon. Ian blinks confused. Yes, my memory is slowly returning. For once like you, we use the word Elentak. But you have called me Elentak ever since we first met. Ian thinks for a moment. It is possible, but I remember little of that time and of you, Elentak. Perhaps I lost some of my memories during the ride. Damn. Our ancestor decided to relieve you of them. When you first came, I saw dark spots in your soul, diminishing its glow. But now your soul is crystal clear. What does this mean? Has Iliad forgotten everything we have been through together? I think many of her memories will eventually return, but something in her soul has irrevocably changed. The Farseer said you underwent a rite of rebirth. Is that true? No, at last I do not remember anything like that. Iria, did you manage to complete the rite? The other warrior nods at your question. We are eager to know as well, sister. Asurian was merciful toward you, as were our ancestors from Alaitok's Infinity Circuit. Tell us, what was their answer? I am tried of the Farseer's blindness and my kinsman's hatred. Sharikael, all of the choices of our people led only to suffering and the loss of our loved ones. I no longer wish to be an accomplice to somebody else's hatred and pay for the mistakes of the ones who were supposed to guide us toward the light but led us into oblivion. Iliad glares at the nearby Farseers. I come with my kin to divert the river of their anger. The outcast cohorts will arrive to the expanse unseen and unheard, but not for the sake of war. They will find and take away those who remain, the last sons and daughters of Kudarak, and then they will leave the Monkey Stars without a trace. Forever. The angry Farseer tries to object, but Sharikael gently interrupts them. Brothers and sisters would not dare ask you for more, Iliad. I understand your choice, even though my spirit cannot fully accept it. Do you still hope to find the homunculus? The other produces an unknown Xeno device. The Farseers could not divine where the Master of Flesh makes his lair, for an unknown force is hiding him from the penetrating gaze of the Wise Ones. The children of the Asurian have never encountered anything like this before. Having circled the world several times and having failed in our search, ventures to unleash the Penta Fury on the planet in hopes we would be graced with a fortunate accident. Here's your fortunate accident. Alas, the fate of the Master of the Flesh remained unchanged. The Farseers could feel the beating of his black heart, but were powerless to do anything. This is when our rangers began to deduce the coordinates of his lair based on the readings of the Wise Ones and the lands untouched by fire weapons. And they would have succeeded if the monkey had not attacked our fleet. The other device trumps and the holographic projection of the world with several coordinates affairs in his spawn. I will share the information I have gathered, for I hope that even a master of flesh will not be able to elude two pursuers at once. It's time to track down the homunculus. We will search the part of the world where the local star sets down. You should go where the stars awakens. Good hunting to you. Xenomesh. Oh, a plasma pistol. Fast and strength. Knuckle guard. And by the way,
I'm restless.
of course you are restless because you are missing your favorite multi-melta. Oh, because she has broken stuff. Okay.
Blessed be the hand of the healer.
And she cannot. No, she has just only fatigue. Ah, that's the fatigue. Okay. Then it remains that, however, you have to replenish the grenades. What else? Stimulator medkit. Everybody else is good with grenades. And I fear that what we many but the Farseer said Iriad's memories will return in time.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Okay, and let's check on
Sins hidden
Argenta
in the
again.
heart turn all to decay.
55. Let's put that armor on her. Okay guys, I think that's it for this episode. We will try to hunt down the homunculus in the next one. I see you there. Bye.